Hello, third grade. So you got picked up packets either on Monday or Tuesday of this week. And in that packet, you should have received two things from me. One, it's going to be a stack of about 11 pages that are going in your interactive notebook on division. The other thing you got is a typed out sheet from me that tells you what assignments to work on in math every single day. On Friday, I've pretty much left Friday for you to finish up work. If there's anything left in your Pathways folder, those are missing grades. Those are things that we did this month that I do not have to put a grade for you. You need to finish those. That includes that coloring sheet that we used in task cards when we were working on fractions. Those all need to be finished. They should be finished and ready to turn in to me on November 30th. Also, you need to get on Mathsor. You should log into Mathsor and see what facts you are working on. If you are still on subtraction, you only have a couple of weeks to get your subtraction completely done. Subtraction is a test grade. It should be completely finished and ready to get a 100 test grade by the end of this 9 weeks. So get to working on your Mathsor facts. And I also put for Friday for you to get on iReady through your Clever login and see what teacher assigned lessons you still have to do. Try to get at least 2 of those lessons done on Friday, if at all possible. All right. But Mathsor and your Pathways folder should be your top priority on this Friday. Now, you also received a stack of interactive notebook pages. So that's what I'm going over with you right now is these interactive notebook pages. There are about 11 or 12 pages, I believe. Some of them go together. My suggestion is to get 3 of them done on Monday, 3 on Tuesday, 3 on Wednesday, 3 on Thursday, and then you will be finished with all your interactive notebook pages. So in this video, I'm actually going to go over all the pages, not completely, but I'm going to at least go over enough to get you started on what they should look like. And then you're going to finish getting them all in there and ready to bring back to school on November 30th. Unless, of course, something were to happen. But I'm planning on seeing you guys after our Thanksgiving break. So let's talk about division. Look at this box. Now I kind of cheated on my cutting a little bit. I did not cut out around any of these cherries. I just cut out one big rectangle and glued it down in my notebook so I would have all 6 cherries. Down at the bottom, you definitely want to make sure you get this box because it has your definition of a quotient on it. It says a quotient, and underline that word quotient for me. I underlined it twice. A quotient is the answer after you divide one number by another number. Quotient is what we call the answer to our division problems. So for example, 56 divided by 8 is 7. So you're going to notice you have 6 cherries and only the top cherry is the one that has our numbers on it, okay? In division, the thing you should see that is different from multiplication is we're going to start with the total. In division, you start with your biggest number. Our biggest number here is 18. That tells us we have a total of 18. We want to put these 18 into groups of 2. So we can use equal groups to help us with division. And you have another packet that I sent home last week where you are putting division problems into equal groups, just like we do in multiplication. So we're going to say 18 divided by 2, and we're going to get 9 for an answer. How did we get 9? Well, there's lots of ways you can do this. In your head, you can say, okay, 2 times what gave me the answer of 18? So I can count by 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. And I'll notice it takes me 9 2's to get to that 18. Another way you could do this problem is you could draw 18 dots or 18 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And then put them into groups of 2. So I can put these 2 in a group, these 2, 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 these 2. And what I'll find is that if I group them into 2's, I'm going to end up with 9 total groups. There's other methods you can do. You can put, make your array with 2 rows. How many columns will you need to get 18? You would find out that you needed 9 columns to get 18. Of course, if you know your 2's facts, that should be your easiest way, or fastest, maybe not easiest, but fastest way to get the answer of 9, because we know 2 times 9 gives us 18. Let's try another one. We've been working on our 6's at home. Let's see if we can't do something divided by 6. So let's do 24. Let's write 24 in our first cherry. And let's divide 24 by 6. So in our head, what we're saying to ourselves is 6 times what number gives us 24? So we can count by our 6 facts until we get to 24. We could draw 24 circles and then put them in groups of 6. That's going to take a while. I think I will use my multiplication facts here. 6 times what was 24? Well, let's see. 6 times 2 was 12. 6 times 5 is 30. That's too big. So it's got to be between 2 and 5. 6 times 3 was 18. I'm getting closer. I need 24. What is 6 times 4? 24, isn't it? So we know our missing number is 4. Let's try another 6 fact. Let's do 48 divided by 6. So in your head, I want you to think about 6 times what number gave us 48. The cake was for the 8. Good. So 8 would be our missing cherry. I'm going to put one more down here, and then I want you to come up with 2 on your own. They don't have to be 6 facts. Let's do a 3. Let's do 27 divided by 3. See if you can't figure out what my third cherry would be if it was 27 divided by 3. And then I want you to come up with 2 more on your own. Okay, using multiplication facts to help us find division. All right, the next page that you have in your interactive notebook are your pockets. So again, we have multiplication facts with a missing number. Y'all, this is division. You are doing division when you're trying to find a missing number in multiplication. These are division problems that you are seeing. So let's look at the bottom. It says multiplication is a form of repeated addition. You can multiply numbers in any order so the product will be the same. So they're talking about the commutative property here, and they're talking about using it as repeated addition. We have done repeated addition with our multiplication facts, and we have practiced that, so you can use that strategy as one of your answer ways to get a correct answer. So last one, the first one is using our 8 facts. So we got to go through our 8s. Think about our 8s. 8 times what was 48? Boy, that sounds familiar, doesn't it? The cake was for the 8. 48. Who was baking that cake? Who's the chef? That's right, it was 6. 6 times 8 is 48, or 8 times 6 is 48. So that missing factor there is 6. This is a division problem because I'm saying 48 divided by 8, and I'm getting the factor of 6. That missing factor is 6. I'll do one more with you, and then I want you to finish the other 2 pockets on your own. This one is a 4 fact. I'm going to go through my 4s until I find the answer 20. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. Another clue here that lets me know this is a 5 fact is this ends with a 0. The only way to get a 0 on an answer in multiplication is either with a 5 or a 10. So I know it's not 10 times 4 because that would be 40. So 5 makes sense. 5 times 4 or 4 times 5 is 20, or 20 divided by 4 is 5. Those are fact families, aren't they? So I want you to finish those last 2 pockets on your own. Figure out what that missing factor is. Use those multiplication facts. All right, the next page that you have is going to actually have 2 pages that look the same. These are all of your division facts. I am not going to do all of these for you. I'm only going to do a few. So since I can see division by 4 here, let's do our 4s as a review. So notice that they've only put dividing by 4, so that means we've got to go through. I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They're going to our 9s. Now, if you want to throw in a 10, 11, or 12, I'm okay with that. But they are working through our 9. So we're going to want the first answer to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. We're doing our 4 facts all the way up to 9. So we've got to think to ourselves, something divided by 4 is 1. So we're going to do the inverse of that, which is multiplication. And we're going to say 1 times 4 is 4. So 4 divided by 4 is 1, because 1 times 4 is 4. All right, let's go to the 2. I'm missing my division total, so I'm going to work my inverse, my opposite. 2 times 4 is 8. So I know 8 divided by 4 is 2. All of these numbers in front should be your totals, your biggest number. 3 times 4 was 12, so 12 divided by 4 is 3. 4 times 4 is 16, so 16 divided by 4 is 4. 5 times 4 is 20, so 20 divided by 4 is 5. 6 times 4 is 24, so 24 divided by 4 gave me 6. And then 7 times 4 is 28. 28 divided by 4 is 7. 8 times 4 is 32. So 32 divided by 4 is 8. And 9 times 4 is 36. Or 36 divided by 4 is 9. So there are your 4s. You go back and do your 1s, 2s, 3s, and 5s. On the back of this, I have glued down the rest of those, which are division of 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I'm going to let you do 6 on your own, 9 on your own, and 10. And let's go through real quick, and we will do 7 and 8 together, since those are kind of new facts. Let me get my camera fixed, and we'll do 7 and 8 real quick together. So again, we are writing those division problems, which means our first number should be our largest number. All right, so we want the answer to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 1 times 7 is 7. 2 times 7 is 14. 3 times 7 is 21. 4 times 7 is 28. 5 times 7 is 35. 6 times 7 is 42. And then here's some new ones. 7 times 7, 49. Those are my football players. They play for the 49ers. That might help you. 8 times 7, 5, 6, 7, 8. Who do we appreciate? 7 times 8. 7 times 8. Yay, 8. So 56. And 9 times 7, put down that 7th finger. 6, 7. We have 6 and 3, so 63. Remember, on 9s, we can use our hands. All right, let's do 8 real quick. So you'll have all your divisions answers all the way up to 9s. So we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 1 times 8 is 8. 2 times 8 is 16. 3 times 8 is 24. These you should know. 4 times 8 is 32. 5 times 8 is 40. And 6 times 8, the cake is 48. Those are all the ones we already know. And then we just did 7 times 8. So that's the same thing as 8 times 7, which was 56. 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times 8, those are both snowmen. They need sticks for their fire. So 64. And put down that 8 finger, 6, 7, 8. We have 7 and 2, so 72. So there's your 7s and your 8s. I'm going to leave you to do 6, 9, and 10 on this page on your own. So finish those up. The next page I sent home has your little foldables in here. Now this took a little bit of time to cut out because I want to glue them so I can open and close. Now we're going to be working on different ways to find division, so I'm going to do a few of those with you. So you will have some different methods here. Let's take the first one. Let's use this one as multiplication to find it. So remember, 32 would be my answer. And I'm asking myself, 8 times what? Oh, I wrote 35, didn't I? 32. 8 times what is 32? So I need to think about my 8 facts. 8, 16. I'm counting by 8s. 24, getting closer. 32. So it took 4 8s to get 32. So I know my answer is 4. So you can do multiplication facts to help you get answers to division. Okay, let's try another problem. Let's put 14 divided by 7. Let's see what 14 divided by 7 was. This time I'm going to do equal groups. So I'm going to draw 14 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And I want to put them in groups of 7. Okay, because I have 14 dots. I want to do groups of 7. So I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and put those in a group. I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So how many groups did I make? Almost looks like a heart, doesn't it? I made 1, 2 groups. So I know the answer is 2. 2 groups of 7 gave me 14. Okay, let's do a repeated subtraction problem in the next one. So let's do 24 divided by 6. Let's do 24 divided by 6. Write that on one of your tabs. Repeated subtraction, we're going to start with our total, which is 24. We're going to take away 6 because that's our divisor here. So 24 minus 6. 14 take away 6 is 8. And we regroup, so bring down the 1. So I have subtracted 1 time. I'm going to go again until I get to 0. So I'm going to now take my answer of 18 and subtract 6. 18 minus 6 is 12. I've subtracted 2 times. I still have a number, so I'm going again. This time it's 12 take away 6, which is 6. I still have a number, so I'm going again. 6 take away 6 is 0. When you get 0, you stop. How many times did I subtract? I subtracted 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So 4 is my number. So you, on repeated subtraction, you keep subtracting until you get the answer, until you get to 0. And the number of times it took you to subtract, that's going to be your missing number. So it took us 4 subtraction problems to make a 24 turn into a 0. So 4 is my answer. That's repeated subtraction. All right, let's do an array this time. Let's do 18 divided by 3. Let's try 18 divided by 3. But let's do an array, okay? So an array has to have rows and columns. Since we know we need 18 dots, and we know we're going to put rows of 3, I'm going to go ahead and do one row, 1, 2, 3. There's my, one column. There's my one column of 3. I'm going to keep doing this until I get to 18. So I'm at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Once I say 18, I stop because 18 is my number. So I had 3 rows, and now I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 columns. So I already have my 3. What's missing? The 6 columns. So 6 is my answer. So you have seen using multiplication, the inverse. You have seen equal groups with division. You have seen repeated subtraction with division. And you have seen an array with division. Let's do one more, which is going to be a number line. Let's do a number line with a division problem. And then I'm going to leave the last 3 for you to decide how you want to solve it. Let's do 15 divided by 5. Let's do 15 divided by 5. We're going to do it as a number line. So 15 means I've got to land on 15. That's my stop sign because that's my answer. My last jump should land on 15. Now I can either look at this 5 as 5 jumps, but I'm actually going to look at this 5 here as what I need to land on. And I'm going to use my jumps to get my answer. So I'm going to land on 5. So I'm going to count from 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and jump. I have not got to 15, so I need to go again. 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 would be 10, right? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And jump. I still haven't got to 15, so I need to do 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that would be 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And that got me to 15. So it took me 1, 2, 3 jumps to get to 15, counting by 5s. So I know my answer is 5. So there's a number line. So I'm going to put 3 problems, and I'm going to let you choose how you want to solve them, whether you use multiplication facts or equal groups or repeated subtraction or an array, or you can even use a number line to help you solve. That's up to you. Let's do 21 divided by 3. Let's do 12 divided by 6. And on this last one, let's do, so we've got 21 divided by 3, 12 divided by 6. Let's do a 30, let's do 21 divided by, oh, no, we already did that one. Let's do 21 divided by 7. 21 divided by 7. So 21 divided by 3, 12 divided by 6, 21 divided by 7. And I'll let you choose how you want to find those answers. Okay, so that's this page. Not many left. The next page, you have a missing factor in division. Again, it's going to take a little bit of time to cut these out because they do fold up. I'm only going to work 2 of these, and then I want you to finish them. So this says 18 divided by something is 6. So we need to do our 6 facts until we get to 18. 6 times what is 18? So anyway, you need to work that out. You can. I'm going to just count by 6. So 6, 12, 18. It took 3 of them to get to 18. So I know the missing number here is 3. On this one, I want to do this one. The reason I'm choosing to do this one is because the first number is missing. That means my total is missing. When you're doing division and your biggest number is missing, you do the inverse. So we're just going to multiply these 2 together. So 6 times 8, because we need to get the biggest number. 6 times 8, the cake is 48. So I'm just going to use my picture words there to help me to find that biggest number. Remember, if the first number, and you have 2 of these where the first number is missing, you're going to multiply the 2 other numbers, the small ones, together to get your dividend, your biggest number. Okay? The next page, I'm going to pretty much let you guys do this. You're going to divide by what it tells you to. So I'm going to do the tens for you right now. 10 divided by 10 is 1. 1 10 makes 10. 40 divided by 10 is 4. 4 times 10 is 40. 60 divided by 10 is 6. 6 times 10 is 60. 80 divided by 10 is 8. 8 times 10 is 80. And 100 divided by 10 is 10. 10 times 10 is 100. So you work on this page, fill all of those out by dividing what it says to divide by. Count by that number. The last two pages are word problem sheets on division. So the first one is about some leaves. Now you want to cut and glue these down so that they are side by side in your notebook. David found 35 leaves for his school art project. He puts them in piles of 5 leaves. So we have a total. I'm going to write total on top of that. How many piles does he have? We want to take this total and we want to put it into groups of 3. So my problem wants to know how many piles does he have? Draw a picture. We're going to need 35 leaves, aren't we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. There's my 35 leaves. I just did circles there for my 35 leaves. I'll move my camera down so you can see them. And now I'm going to put them in groups of 5. 5 leaves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a pile. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a pile. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a pile. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another pile. 2, 3, 4, 5. Another pile. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here comes another one. Oops. Oh, too many. Oh, get out, get out, get out. Only want 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Now I'm going to count my piles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 piles of 5 leaves equals that 35 leaves. So my number sentence, we have our total. We divided them into piles of 5, and we got 7 piles when we were done. So of course my answer is 7 piles. How did we find it? I drew 35 leaves and put 5 in a group to have 7 total groups. That's how we solved the problem. We had 35 leaves, we put them into groups of 5, and we ended up with 7 groups of 5 leaves to give us our 35 total leaves. Okay. Now, across from that, you have the same word problem. You have pictures up here of the leaves. So what you've got to be careful of, they're already grouped by 5. So you only want to have 35 leaves. So what I did is I counted by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. And once I got that total of 35, that's the only circles I needed. And so I just cut out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those groups of 5 because 7 times 5 is 35. So you will not need all those circles. You only need 35 leaves. So count by 5s and make sure you only are gluing down those 35 leaves, which should be 7 groups of 5. The last page in your interactive notebook is another word problem with division. This one says a teacher put 5 books in a basket for her students. If she has 40 books, how many baskets will she need? So again, they tell me my total. Write total under that 40 for me. The problem wants to know how many baskets she needs. draw a picture. So we're going to need our 40 books. I'm going to again do circles with equal groups. That's just the easiest way to do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40. This time I'm putting them into groups of 5 because it said 5 books. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just like the leaves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's another 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's do 1, 2, 4, 5. There's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So now I'm going to count my groups. I may be missing a circle. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I see the problem. This circle needs to go in here. There we go. There's my 5. I forgot that one right there. I already had 5, didn't I? So now carefully count my groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That makes 7 and 8. So we had 8 groups once we did that. So we know 40 divided by 5 is going to be 8. We can count by 5 8 times, and that gives us our 40. So our answer is 8 baskets, because that's what the question wanted. How do we find it? Again, I drew 40 dots and put them in groups of 5 to have 8 total, or to have 8 groups. And that's how I solved the problem. 5 times 8 is 40, so 40 divided by 5 would be 8. You could have done a fact family with that too. So the last page that goes with it is going to be the page that's got all the books. Same problem at the bottom. You only want 40, so we're going to count by 5s and only cut out the number of books that will make 40. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Once I get to 40, I stop because that's my total. So I only need to cut out 8 of our books. So that's what I did. I cut around 8 books and glued them down in my notebook because I only want 40. Hey, that is all your interactive notebook pages on division. You can use these, practice these. You've got answers in there for your interactive notebook. If you have questions about your interactive notebook, please let me know.